Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 3. We are carrying on just shy of Garrigan level 400 at the moment. And just as a quick reminder, we're working through our destroyer objectives. Finish level 70 Nephilim Rift on Torment 12 within 6 minutes. We're not going to do that just yet. We're going to carry on pushing around on Torment 13. 3 gems to 45, we're going to be working towards that. Conquests, there's plenty of conquests to pick from. Kill Izwal and kill Malthiel. We might start off by killing Izwal, just to get that ticked off. And there's also more powers that we can extract as we get more death breaths. So I think that'll be a pretty solid start. Now, I have been away on leave for the last week, which means I haven't played in quite a while, so I might be a little bit rusty. But I'm sure I'll get back into the swing of it in short order. So probably doing Izwal first is going to be pretty sensible. Let's just hope that I don't end up accidentally getting myself killed for no reason. Oh yes, I remember. We're supposed to be popping our mantra pretty much all the time for that extra defensive benefit. And of course, these guys doing most of the killing. I think we should be good enough to push on at a reasonable rate. Right. Now, because it's not the specific bounty, we can't just use the directional indicators to find where we're supposed to be going. Nightmarish, dislike. Wall of Nightmarish Orbiter and reflects damage. Which means occasionally running away. Never any fun when that happens. Now, someone linked me to the largest massacre bonus, just seeing that I'm up to like 22 kills. There's no way I'm going to be reaching the level of 39,000 kills. Which, you know, I've seen a YouTube video, so unless it's like on a custom server or some other weird situation, I kind of have to believe, because that would be a lot of video doctoring in order to actually try and fake that. Certainly more effort than I'd say it's worth. Very impressive, though. Let's fight from over this side, I think. There we go. Just let him wear himself out. Oh my god, stop moving me around, everyone. Very much dislike it. Now, of course, we could just run past all of these, but that's not really what I like as far as gameplay goes. I prefer having a bit of a fight. You know, I'm still kind of getting back in the swing of it as well, so I've got to bear that in mind just to make sure I don't do anything foolish. But more importantly, the game isn't just about charging through and doing the quickest things that you can. It's about having fun. And despite when it was released, this game is still a lot of fun for me. I hope it is for you as well. If you don't have it yet, you should totally pick it up as well. And obviously Blizzards do have other things in progress, so it might be worth waiting for one of the... let's not be in the middle of that. One of the newer iterations in the Diablo season. But that could be like 5 years, it could be 20 years. Developments get cancelled all the time, and because there's no like official news regarding it, let's not stand in the middle of the fire chains. Right. This is kind of getting a bit annoying. Let's get that power shrine. Ah, damn annoying thing. I meant to click to move away and end up locking onto him instead. Right, let's pop our immunity for a second. So we can ignore that frozen. God, we're just about getting through these. They have a lot of health, don't they? And being as mobile as they are, they're doing a very good job of keeping away from everything. Right. If nothing else, we're getting a lot of death threats out of that. I kind of feel like we should do the chest scene as it's right here. There's a little bit of extra experience, a little bit of extra materials. Right, we're not going through to the keep. As fun as it would be, that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to find Izwal. And Izwal's actually right down here, right by where the bounty was marked. That is kind of funny and kind of frustrating at the same time. Still, we can make a good showing of this. Hello? Where did you come from? Maybe one of these chest things? Yeah, one of my minions must have broken it open. Alright, well, let's ID that. Got quite a lot of blood shards, so we'll probably want to spend them at some point, but let's get Izwal killed first. Periodically popping Serenity so that I don't need to worry about getting frozen. That being said, at this level of resistance, it's not actually that big of a deal. He does his big thing. We pop our Serenity to get out of it. And in the end, we don't really care. Right, let's pop it one more time and our allies as Cold comes around on that convention of elements. Convention of elephants, as I sometimes call it in the past. Nice, solid victory. We weren't really in any danger there at all. I'm not going to go for Malthael just yet. I think that would be foolish. Certainly, right, what are we up to? 45 there, 35 there, and 39 there. Yeah, so back to town and running a regular rift so we can get some greater rift keystones. Yeah, we don't need to do that just yet, so there's no reason for us to push it. In fact, let's drop down to T12, seeing as we're going to do a regular rift, because if we get a really good setup, we might be able to do it inside of 6 minutes. And if we do a couple of regular rifts, then we'll build up a nice stock of keystones. Right, I think I've already got... Do I already have one of these? Oh, I don't. Okay. At least not here, potentially in one of the other sets. So, how are we doing for death threats? I've got to do at least 2 more things, so I could do 1. What would be the most useful thing? Maybe the fist.
I've got some brand new goods you might be interested in.
And at this point, I've got a lot of things extracted. We've got 19 extra towards the season journey, and we've got lots of other options. But none of them are strictly necessary. Thank you very much to those who've been leaving comments as well, especially for pointing out stuff that I miss that is blatantly obvious right in my face, such as converting set items cannot be ancient in the end, which means reforging would be the way to go. 50 Forgotten Souls is quite a lot, which would mean gathering a hell of a lot more uniques and extracting them. Ooh, well, my cat is complaining, partly because of the heat and partly because he's hungry, hopefully. he won't be too loud for the rest of the episode. Okay, so what are we going to do? With these blood shards, we're going to gamble for more equipment. I think probably going for something we don't have ancient is going to be the best bet. So let's go for gloves for the moment. Where are the gloves? There they are. It's just a worthwhile use of the blood shards because we've got the equipment we want. We can just keep potentially re-rolling it. So an archer's cage, I may as well hold on to that, stick that in the cube later. Drop that off there. There we go. Right, let's hop into a regular rift. Yeah, so we can keep re-rolling our equipment by building up stuff. But if we can get extra ones from Kadala, then that always helps. Right, not going to be a super fast one, this one. Speed is not going to be our friend. But we can still try and get through it relatively quickly. Of course, saying relatively quickly, it's always dependent on if you get a good setup, a good rift, and potentially good pylons, but without any elite mobs to take out, it does limit your options slightly. So, Avenger Plague, Nightmarish, Poison Enchanted. Pretty dull, guys. Pretty dull. Just got to keep our resistances up nicely, and there we go. Question is, where is the next pack? Because we'd want to normally be charging on through to find them all rather than just focusing on stuff with billions and billions of health. But when the density's a little bit low, maybe we should just move through to the... Oh no, there's a dude over here. Hello, you. Let's go for less of the knockback, please. Ooh, hello. Well, all these things are interesting. Let's push straight on. As I said, we're not going to be breaking any speed records this time, but that doesn't mean that we have to be slow about our progress. And all of the legendaries that we're finding are going to help us with re-rolling our kit, of course. I'll get these guys cleared out of my way. Hurry on up and round. Yeah, with a perfect rift, we might be strong enough at the moment to do a 6-minute run. But it would partly depend on pylons, I reckon. And definitely depend on how many packs and how organised they are. And then, of course, like my tactics, like whether I screw things up, overextend, have to retreat, that kind of stuff. And this place is basically dead. Anyone interesting down here? Maybe up in this bit. Nope. Because we'd want to be clustering stuff together for the extra damage bonus from Way of the 100 Fists. But obviously, the more you cluster stuff, the more dangerous everything gets. Yada, yada, yada. It's a balancing act. It's all a balancing act. And anyone would think that was intentional. There we go. Here's some more blues. Let's pop Serenity just so we don't get frozen in the middle of that. Yay! Always up for some new pants. American pants, not UK pants, of course. Big difference. Learned much, eh? You learned that sometimes random mobs drop green pants. I think it'd be cool if the game didn't specifically mark if stuff was magic or special. Kind of like old school RPGs, and you'd only just like notice that you were getting a slight benefit, and you know, maybe you could find a way of identifying that it was magical, but not the specific effects you were getting from it. It'd be a very, very different style game, of course, but I do think mechanics like that can be hugely awesome in, you know, trying to figure out what works for your character and not what's like objectively best. Of course, then you end up with people doing stuff like active memory hacking to try and find out what specific equipment they've got and what the benefits are from it. So swings and roundabouts. Yeah, that kind of idea has always been interesting to me. And you could have like subtle effects to show that something could be magical. Like if it's a flaming sword, obviously there would be fire on it. Things like that can very easily give effects away. But you could have just like the inherent nature of magic generate a glow around the weapon, so you can tell that it's magical or how magical it is by how much it glows. Right, there is some interesting people in this fight. Let's pop immunity just for a second there, just to make sure we don't get completely blown up. You, Mr. Mallet Nord, you kind of need to go. Let's grab that Daibo, and let's find the next group that we're going to take out. My word, my cat is being exceptionally angry. He doesn't get fed for another hour, so he should know better, but the heat disturbs his sleep, and then once it starts to get close by, he's like, oh, but I'm hungry. I did a big poo earlier and now I'm empty. Best cat. Totally best cat. Alright, let's get these. Need that fist weapon as well. Yeah, this section is actually not massively slow, but we've already passed the 6-minute point. So something that was about as dense as this for the entire time would work wonders. And we are getting quite a lot of legendary items. I keep wanting to say uniques. Coming from Diablo 1, I mean, it's come like, it's inbuilt. Yep, this whole area is kind of nasty. I think that's the first time I've ever been knocked out of an area and been sort of semi-thankful for it. Oh no, yeah, I just saw those explosions happening. I was like, no, we need to leave. Try and keep everything working for us. Right, you need to die. Cool. Starting straight on with the punching. Bone Warlock is not going to last long, but we are way past the time limit. And this is like almost up to 10 minutes now. We'll get all of this, we'll go back, and I think we'll do one more.
I need to go back.
Right, alright. Let's hand this in. Let's ID all that stuff that we got, because we got quite a lot of stuff that are Blackthorns. Okay, so, Flesh Terror, yeah, fine, that'll get salvaged. Sledge Fist, that'll get salvaged. Warmonger, that'll get salvaged. We've already got one of those. These will both get salvaged. That's interesting. Okay, so, Sun Wukong. Very nice. I've been told that if I want to go for pure like damage output, then some Wukong's is definitely worth having a look at with the Wave of Light. So we'll probably get around to doing that at some point, but for the moment, let's just clear them down. I actually got 3 Greater Keystones from that. Very happy indeed. Right, I think we can hop on in for another one though. Yeah, it's not going to be a fast one. I mean, sometimes these things surprise you, but realistically, not expecting it to be a fast one. Okay, back in the routine. They are dead. Let's push on. I mean, it really is quite a push in order to do these things quickly. So having a good rift with good pylons, pretty essential. You know what, let's just move on. We'll see if we can find the next interesting pack. I don't like just bypassing content. It kind of goes against my nature, but when we're looking for specific things to kill. Okay, let's get some big hits in. That was a weird double teleport. I think I went through the wormhole as I was dashing then. Stop running away from me. Come on. There we go. I am going to go back and get that belt, but we can just go straight up here after that. And over to you guys. Hello. This is quite painful in here, but we do get plenty of healing from our allies, so that's alright. I can hear you, Kobold. You don't need to complain. Look at him. He's just like waiting expectantly on the table behind me. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Just gotta sit down and behave, mate. Right, let's find us another group to take out. Over here! I see you. Just gotta keep right in the middle of all this. See that health shooting down for them. And we made it to Garrigan level 400, which is awesome. I think if we just hurry around to these Mallet Lords, I'm probably going to regret that once they actually start hitting me. Ow! And a little bit of being frozen as well. Yay. Popped our immunity just for a moment. And they are gone. Whew, what a fight. Okay, moving on again. Yeah, once again, we're not gonna... We need to be about 50% faster. Which would happen if we had a better layout for the Rift, you know, the higher density and stuff. I would like to increase my damage a little bit. Oh my word, my mouse has stopped. There we go, it is back. Must be Windows waiting to do an update or something in the background. Yeah, I would like to improve my damage. And that'll just come naturally as we level up. But overall, I think we're in a pretty strong... We're in a strong place to be trying it, is what I want to say. Man, that is a lot of pain that's coming in there. Quit with the double frostings. I dislike single frostings, let alone double frostings. Right, let's actually take out these outside annoyances. There we go. Grab all of this, and we can just push on. Mortar, molten minions. So we're going to need to save at least one getaway. Because otherwise we will run ourselves into difficulty when things start exploding around us. Right, bing, bang, bong. They are all going down. I can run up and grab these. I'm a little bit surprised that we haven't seen more packs, but at the same time, this is a very trash-filled Rift at the moment. And those things are so busy, you can't even see what we're doing inside. We're just punching, of course, and cyclone kicking. Just to try and thin out the mobs. We will get them mostly taken care of. There we go. Now, the question is, can we find another reasonable sized pack? Yeah, up here, there's a nice little blue pack. That'll do us wonders. Do nicely. And we are up to 95%. I think we're just going to go full ham until we hit that 100, because it won't be long now. And with the channeling pylon, we get that little bit of extra leeway to just pump our skills. Yeah, Verusti's going down really quick. There we go. We're not going to beat the time, so there's no point in me rushing back. But now we've got everything. There's also no point on us staying in town. Fast, but not fast enough. Right, let's put these points in. I am going to keep pumping my vitality, at least for the next 200 levels. And we will identify these bits and bobs, but it looks like it's only, is that heart cover or heart slaughter, that was it. And gold wrap. So nothing massively interesting there. Let's just ask for more gloves. Okay, we've got some potential. Yeah, not really, but Fist of Thunder as well. Okay, well, I'm going to sort out all my bits and bobs in my inventory. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed this. I am, of course, continuing to enjoy these. If you have, be sure to give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you should do so. And you'll be told when episodes go live in the future. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for some more Diablo 3 when we're going to run through these Greater Rift Keystones. See you soon.